Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Fuzzy from Fuzzy Ghost Models back here again with another in-the-box review. This time we're going to do another Monogram kit and another one of my favorites from back in the day. And this is the venerable F8 Crusader box. And great kit. I remember building this up a long time ago in the 80s. And I think this is a slightly later boxing of it. This 1988 on this box's version, but let's have a look inside the box and we'll see what kind of memories it brings back, because it brings back lots for me. But first, business first, want to thank Lost Aviator Coffee Company for providing me with some delicious coffee to do this review, because I need my coffee. Oh, that's good, because coffee is my co-pilot. Anyway, this brew is the Constellation Medium Roast. If you're interested in trying, please go to their website. I'll leave a link in the description below, and use Fuzzy's Ghost Models, all one word, for a 10% discount on your first order. And thanks again, guys. Thanks, Steve and Adam down there. Much appreciate your support with the channel. Anyway, let's have a look at what's in this box, because it's pretty cool. So you can see it's got some great monogram artwork on it. Typical late 80s stuff. Side of the box, photographs of the built up kit. And then the other side, again, with some description, right? This is the Canadian version, because you can see it's got French on it. But, all right, so let's open up the box and see what's inside. All right, you can see there's the join the Monogram Squadron free catalog, only good in the USA, but it's all nice gray plastic, as Navy aircraft should be, and it's still sealed in the bag. We'll open it up and we'll put this stuff aside, and we'll look at that in a minute. So let's have a quick tear open of the bag. Very typical of Monogram of the era. One bag, all parts in one bag. Pieces normally fall off, so we got to be careful we don't lose anything. All right, that looks good. Put that aside. We'll push that up there, and we'll have a look at the first sprue. First sprue is the starboard side fuselage, and we'll zoom in a bit to have some better detail look. You see, surface detail is really nice. Yes, it's raised panel lines, but it is really nice. Pretty good. There's some detail in the wheel bay. Not a lot, but enough to make it interesting. You can see the pylons have the turrets attached to them already, and they're a single piece. There's no two halves on that. These are the fuselage launchers for the side of fuselage, and then some nice detail here in the landing gear for the bay, and some of the struts. And we move over, we've got the two seat sides and top of the seat with the pull handles, and the really nice pilot. And for those of you who don't like painting faces, this guy doesn't have a face because he's got his visor down, so pretty easy to paint. Pretty good detail, I'm telling you, for the day. It's awesome. Even for today, it's pretty good. And we have some other stuff. There's the nose cone about ready to fall off. We'll flip it over. You can see there's just a little bit of detail on the side wall of the cockpit, and then the cockpit tub itself is a little bit sparse, but there are dials and things there. It's not just a flat decal that you put on. And there's the front gear bay. Not much in there, just some ribbing. All right, what's the other side of the seat look like? Yep, it's got some padding on there and a couple of belts. All right, and you see all that. All right, so that's sprue number one. Sprue number two. Oh, we have some bombs, Mark 17s, 117s. It looks like some early sidewinders. Looks like 4 of them, which is pretty cool. And the port side fuselage. which is pretty much the same detail as the other side. If we flip it over and have a look, you can see just some minor detail on the cockpit tub. Not much detail on this side. There's a refueling probe. Okay, I'm going to flip this over so it's oriented a little better. So there is the IP. If we can get a... So there we go. See, there is some detail there. It's enough that you could put some air scale decals on there and put the actual dials in. Other than that, that's the back of the cockpit there, and some of the intakes for venting. All right, and then we get to this sprue here. Last non-clear. So we got part of the engine has fallen off the sprue, and then this is the part of the wing fold, the tips, and you can see there's the horizontal stabilizers and some strakes on the side. For underneath, there are some ejector pin marks there, which, you know, they're going to be fun to clean up with the raised panel lines. Gear doors, there's the wing upper and lower, and you have to punch out these spots for the pylons. So if you don't want them there, you don't want pylons on, you don't have to have them. Sway braces, which is always nice. A little bit of the intake, which has a stop so you don't see the engine face, and then the wheels. And that's it for the solid parts. Now we have the nice clear parts here to look at. And again, these are not packed in the main bag. They've been rolling around by themselves. So there's a few little scratches here, but nothing that a good buff and a dip in the old future can't handle. But they look pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Little thing for the head-up display and a landing light. And that's a cool sprue B. That's that. And that's all the parts there are. It's a pretty simple kit. And we'll have a quick look at the decals. All right, there's the decals. These are a little later because these are late 80s, so they're not super shiny like the original, a lot of the early 80s Monogram stuff was, which is nice. And the carrier film looks really good. It's fairly close. It's not super close, but it's perfectly doable. So you get a Navy bird and a Marine Corps bird to do, which is very cool. And we'll have a quick look at the destructions. And again, it's typical Monogram, fold out, because there's not much to it. There's not much to the instructions anyway. So we open it up. So you see, start with the cockpit, pilot if you want them, the little bit of intake that's there for the intake trunk. The Navy version, I guess, you have to poke the holes in for the side, for the sidewinders, and you just go through. Very simple exhaust, and then these are such simple kits, but they have enough detail in them to make them look really interesting, which is really cool, right? And it just goes on through. There's the refueling probe. I guess you can do it extended or retracted. Marine Corps, you're gonna use the ground pounder equipment because that's what the Marines did. And this has the option of folding wings or straight wings, and then that just goes on the top. The wings go on, and then you add the weapons, right? So here's the weapons. So you got some bombs. You can put them on they go on the turret, so you got six total, 3 on each side. And don't forget the so just one each, and then canopy goes on, and there's the 2 sets of markings, VF11 and VMF 235. All right, and those are cool. Those are both cool schemes. I think, yeah, I don't know which one I'd do. Again, I want to build these up. I do love the Monogram kits, and they shouldn't take that long to build up, and it's just great nostalgia for nostalgia build, like unbelievable. And that's it. That is the Monogram F8 Crusader in 1/48 scale from the 80s. Again, have you built one of these things? I remember building this when I was younger. Yeah, they pale in comparison to the Hasegawa ones. The Hasegawa ones go together really, really nice. The detail, you know what? The Hasegawa surface detail is a little better, but they do lack in gear bay and stuff like that. So they do, if you want to do one up, you either do a lot of scratch building or you're buying some Aries sets or whatever. But anyway, I'd like to thank once again Lost Aviator Coffee Company for supporting this video and supporting me with my coffee addiction. And if you wanna support me with the coffee addiction, click the link down below to buy me a coffee. Much appreciated if you do. And if you like to support these guys, Steve and Adam are great guys. Hit the link down below. Get some coffee delivered to your house and use Fuzzy's Ghost Models for 10% off your first order. But that's enough jibber jabber. Gotta have another sip. Fantastic. Anyway, thanks for making it this far. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.